Now I'm joined on the line from Cape Town by South African Human Rights Commissioner in the Western Cape, Nissen. Thanks so much for your time on SABC News tonight. Do we know what the situation there is at the moment?
Good evening, ma'am, and may I say blessings to you for the new year and for all the viewers of SABC. Let me take you a step back. We had on Sunday when the shuffle broke out, the altercation broke out between the two leadership and the things in the church. One of the things they asked us to say there's chickenpox in the church.
Media colleague from?
Hello?
Mr. Nissen, yes, I'm just waiting for you to continue. I think there's some interference in the background, but we can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes, Mr. Nissen, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes. So what happened was that then I was called and I immediately contacted the Western Cape Health Department, and they promised to send people on the Monday. They went there on the Monday, and they were refused entry into the church. But they did an assessment outside the church of the people, and there are not 800 people in the church at the moment. There are probably about 100 people in the church because the rest of the people are outside. And they did an assessment and found that there's only one woman with chickenpox outside. Mm-hmm. But also the District 6 hospital that's nearby are receiving on a daily basis people from the refugee community for all sorts of treatment. Then today, under the leadership of Director Roberts of the law enforcement management in Cape Town, they went there. He went into the church. He conducted just want to look at what's inside. And the women of the church, inside the church, said no, they don't want to have anybody coming in because they want their leader to be free. Then it was later agreed that some of the women may come out and meet with the health officials. They did the initial screening, and also they did some tips on how to deal with certain ailments. My concern is that we don't know, because no proper assessment has been made of anybody in the church. And if people in the church are refusing health officials to come in, the responsibility lies with them for anything that happens there. And may I just say, the church is a sanctuary for safety and for health and for people to have hope. But those people in the church have turned it into violence. And I think that must come to an end.
Mr. Nissen, earlier on, our reporter Mariska Buerta did a story about what's taking place there. And one of the women speaking was saying that because they've been treated so badly, they are viewing people who are trying to come in now with suspicion, and that they do understand that there's hospitals nearby and they do visit those hospitals and clinics. So my question is, what's the next step when people don't want to get treatment, but there is a health concern, as you've noted?
Let me also say that is wrong. That's a lie. Because if after they were evicted from the Waldorf and the church gave them sanctuary, and then afterwards on that Monday after that Wednesday, we met with everybody, including the health department of the Western Cape, who have told them and have offered to them the help of a service provider that will come around, which they did, and also open up the District 6 hospital for assistance. I think they must stop peddling these lies, because it's important that the South African community understands that there is help available. The South African government officials, whether it's the provincial government, and today including the city of Cape Town, but also the national government, have always been there to assist them. But anybody that disagrees with them, they discredit and they chase away.
Very briefly, as we wrap up, what next?
What's next is Monday. There's a meeting. We've planned a roadmap of all the stakeholders that will come together, and we look at the sustainable solution. And Monday is going to be very, very the last day, because we've been talking all along. And remember, the court is there, the court case there. The court has asked that all stakeholders look at a solution, A, on reintegration into community, into society, B, for verification of all documentation, and Department of Home Affairs to assist, and they've promised to do that, and C, to look at alternative accommodation for those very destitute people, because people gave up their homes, they took out their children from schools, they gave up their jobs. what is it that we can do to assist. And therefore also the United Nations High Commission on Refugees will come to the assistance on the reintegration into society. The belief that they will be resettled outside South Africa is really a dream and will never happen.
Chris Nissen, the South African Human Rights Commissioner in the Western Cape, joining me on the line.